And now to kick off proceedings, please join me in welcoming a leader who has been instrumental in driving national health transformation. Our presenting partner, Shaista Asif, Group CEO of PureHealth.
Thank you. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning and welcome everyone. So what a beautiful video. It was quite touching because, well, Khalud here told me that PureHealth was the inspiration behind it. So thank you so much for that, Forbes. Now, community, where the topic for today is absolutely amazing. It's heartwarming because at the end of the day, community is at the heart of everything that we do. Community is at the heart of the innovation that we're bringing in healthcare. Innovation, in turn, is at the heart of the future of healthcare. But what is the future of healthcare? Now, it was only yesterday that we were invited to this brainstorming session, which the Department of Health had graciously hosted. I see a lot of you that were a part of that session where this topic came up. We had to discuss on what was the future of healthcare and the deliberations behind how it could actually turn out to be. Very interesting observations that came out of it. And at the end of the day, I walked out of there knowing that we didn't know what the future of healthcare was going to be. It's only what we know, the decisions, we're aware of the decisions that we make today, which can impact that future. So now, everyone here probably has their own version, their own idea, what that means, the future of healthcare. But I'd like to start with the basics, the word healthcare. Now, I'd like for everyone in this room to think, what is the first word that comes into your mind when you think healthcare? Now, I want you to pause with that, put a pin in it, and we're going to be circling back to this. Now, for everyone who knows us, who knows PureHealth, I mean, we saw in the video as well, we have a fascination with longevity. That is our vision, that is our mission. But a lot of you don't know why longevity, why this passion for it. Now, longevity and its notion has recently become popular. Everybody's talking about it. But the notion behind it, longevity, is actually as old as time. I would say the notion or the meaning behind longevity is time, isn't it? If I were to imagine what was on the wish list, like I mentioned in the video, of the millions of inhabitants that were in the world before us, what was on the top of their wish list, I won't really have to imagine much because it was more time, more quality time. And what is healthcare if it is not focused on giving people, on giving communities, on giving all of us and our loved ones more time? So from where I stand, healthcare equals more quality time. More time equals longevity. Ergo, healthcare equals longevity. So why is it in our minds that these two are completely different topics? Like healthcare is completely different versus longevity. When we think of healthcare, probably the words that came to your mind was hospital, sickness, urgent care, tertiary care, long-term care. That's what we think when you think about healthcare. Whereas longevity is reserved for the hypochondriacs of this world, for the Novo Rich, for the pristine Swiss Alps of this world, maybe. Whereas I don't believe so. I believe good healthcare is actually longevity. And that's something which I would like to see embedded in the communities and in the healthcare ecosystems around the world. Because the fundamental truth is that while every single human being on this planet has to have access to healthcare, I believe it is also the basic fundamental right of every single human being to have access to longevity. These are not two different topics. They are, in fact, actually the same thing. So for all of our progress in technology and science, one truth really prevails. Healthcare begins and it ends with people. We're finding ourselves in a very unique position right now in the world. You've got the healthcare in the West, which is faced with a huge crisis in aging population, which in the next 10 to 15 years is going to be threatening to break the very fabric of economies, because the healthcare infrastructure in the West is not ready to embrace that kind of a load. And then you have in the East and Asia and in Africa a serious crisis of healthcare when it comes to access and affordability. And at the same time, we are living in an age right now where we have technologies, AI, which have the potential of solving all of the healthcare issues that we have out there, pretty much all of them, but only if they're democratized. So I'd actually like all of you to envision a world where we had access to healthcare, affordability of healthcare for everyone. And I think that's what we're striving to develop, and that's what we're striving to deploy. We're all very lucky we work in healthcare. All of us, we work in a field which is actually making a difference in this world. It's going to be leaving this world a much better place for the generations to come. Starting back to the future of healthcare, it's what we make it right now. It can be a completely broken system which is going to haunt us and our next generations, or we can fix it. We can collaborate together. We can work together on this. We can democratize the knowledge that we have. We can enable all of us to deploy it and have this beautiful world where we don't have the crisis that is ever coming. Thank you very much. Welcome to the event. I hope you make the most of it, and I look forward to meeting all of you. Thank you.